Welcome to Marketing 2.0 Conference. My name is Malika. Would you do us the pleasure of introducing yourself and telling us what you do?
Oh my, that's a very broad question. So I'll try to narrow it down. My name is Tristan Helm. I'm CEO of Helm Mastery, taking the lead in life, which is just a very simple way of saying most people whose lives are out of control, they just need just a small adjustment. And I use a scripture, James 3:4, which says, "The ships, which though they be so great and are driven about with a very great wind, are turned about with a very small helm." And that's all you need in life. You don't need these big grandier changes. You just need a couple tune-ups, a couple changes, and the next thing you know, you're in a whole different direction in life.
Fantastic.
And so that's, in retrospect, that's what I do, and I absolutely love what I do.
Tell us the story behind this journey, how you got where you are today.
Oh my goodness. Without sounding overly confident, I'm my best customer. I'm my best client because I lived it. I had to make these small changes. I was on a path to self-destruction, toxic relationships, dysfunctional thinking, not knowing what's right, not knowing what's wrong, constantly compromising myself. And whenever I learn by the hand of God to solidify myself in one position and then find out the direction I need to go, it changed and in the most revelatory way. Like I became a different person, a better person. And I would feel like I was doing a disservice to anybody that I came across if I'm not trying to sound esoteric, but like if I just kept that to myself, like, oh, this is for me. But it's like, there's just a few simple truths that if we live by, just base principles, then we can change almost any atmosphere in any situation we're in. If we just keep the fundamentals locked tight, like a building. Okay, this is an amazing hotel, but it still has stores, it still has pipelines, it still has electricity, still has a blueprint for where everything's at, still has room, just like any other building. It's just on a larger scale. But the base is still the same. So what I do is I focus on the basics. And then I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna show you how to change your life, I'm gonna show you how to think to change your life. Because if you come up with it, you'll live it a lot more. So if I say something like, okay, go do this 5 times a day, you might do it for a couple days.
Yes.
But like anybody else, like me included, you kind of fade back. You get back in the old ways of thinking. But if I say, here's a way to look at it, here's a perspective change, here's a different angle, then you can come up with, hey, what if I did this? Let me try that. And then you do it, then you get the revelation that this works. And so you get what's called the dopamine rush, which is a chemical that makes you feel like you get an award. And then you keep doing it. Because when it comes from self, you hold on to it.
Absolutely.
There's only so much value I can give you. But if I give you something and you value that in yourself, there's literally no limit to what you can do or what you see in yourself.
This is amazing. Thank you so
I
much for
appreciate that.
sharing
Thank
and
you.
for adding value into people's lives just by seeing them and helping them find a way back to self.
Thank you.
It gives us a little insight into how it is that you're receiving this award here in Las Vegas. How does it feel to be seen and celebrated?
Oh my goodness. To say I feel honored would feel like I wasn't giving it the credit that it was due. We flew in, and I remember I was like, babe, we're in Vegas. Like, we're at the Mirage Hotel. This is not something we foresaw. Like, it's not like this is my goal to go here. This is just part of the journey. And so it's just like surreal, completely ineffable. Like I don't have words for the honor and the effervescent emotions that are kind of going on in my body. Like I stayed up last night and I'm just staring at everything. I was watching the volcano. The Lord bless us, we got a volcano view, and I'm just like, I'm in Vegas, and I'm not here on any other reason. I'm here to get an award that I don't technically deserve. An award for helping people. I'm doing what I would do if I didn't get the award. And so I just, again, I don't have words other than that to say that, to describe how it feels. It's beyond an honor. And it's very humbling too.
Your humility is admirable. What traits would you say have your company stand out above others?
Oh, I can say that without thinking. Self-value. Like I said, I'm a perception coach, so everything you do is based not upon reality, not upon the best outcome you can get. It's on value. What do you value most? What do you prioritize? And that starts work with inside. That's why whenever you see bullies or you see people hurting other people, you look at their self-esteem, it's low.
Yeah.
So they use it to compensate and, oh, look at my strengths, look at this, look at that. I'm gonna use this to push you down so I feel better about myself. But if you know who you are and you solidify that, like, this is why I feel good about myself. I'm not better than anybody, but I'm not worse than anybody. Then you start reacting in a positive manner to everybody around you. Again, that's why there's a balance. You don't want to think low, but you don't want to think too high. You want to know, this is why God created me. This is what I'm here for. I have weaknesses and I have strengths. And whenever you have that self-value, your reaction to everything begins to shift little by little by little. And so that's how you change your life, is you start in here.
Yeah.
You take care of this inside, everything else follows. It's difficult, but it's that simple.
Such wise words. Thank you for sharing. I wonder, what has your Marketing 2.0 conference experience been like so far?
Oh my goodness. Again, just like as I say, I don't have words. It's the people I'm meeting, the contacts I'm making, the new lives that I'm getting the chance to interact and help participate in the change is, there's not words for it. It's humbling again, getting to meet all these people. It's just like, what can I add to them? And then I find out some of their needs, and I'm like, well, that's what I specialize in. And then they're like, I do good at this. I'm like, well, I need help with that. And so I'm learning so much about everybody around me and the people, and I love to learn. I'm a lifetime student.
That's the best way to be, right?
Yeah.
And we're delighted to hear this feedback, and hopefully you continue to engage with more like-minded souls that are just really dedicated to pouring back into others the way you do.
Thank
and
you,
also
Malika.
allowing yourself to be seen and celebrated. Thank you for that, honor.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. It makes me very uncomfortable, but I know it's a part of marketing.
And a part of your self-value.
Yes, and it's a
well.
part of my self-value. I don't want to bring all the attention to myself, but I want to bring enough to where it's like, people are like, okay, I need help with that. I could use some of that coaching. And so when they do come to me, I get to take all that value and put it on them and say, here's why you should love yourself. Here's why you should value yourself. So I get to put all the attention on them. And I love that. There's nothing that makes me feel greater in this world than watching somebody who has been beaten down by the world start to sprout and start to become what they were truly meant to be. I mean, it's just, I'm about to cry right now, I'm not gonna lie. Just thinking about watching people change for the better is nothing short of a God miracle.
It sure is a beautiful responsibility, and one that you just respond to with the
Oh.
best of your ability.
Now you're really
So-
gonna make the tears come. Thank
Well,
you, I
because
appreciate that.
I see that you pour so much into others, and it is still, even though you know perception is everything, to be able to open your heart to receive is an area that we all can continue to grow in
Absolutely.
and glow in.
Yeah.
You're
And it-
worthy of that praise.
Thank you, I appreciate that. That's, all right, it kind of hurts. It gets my heart, not hurts, it gets my heart. I appreciate that very much.
You're one of God's children, and that is something to
Amen.
celebrate.
Thank you.
What can we expect to stay connected? How do we stay informed about your company? Where do we go for more information?
www.helmmastery.com. That is HELMMASTERY. It has all the services that my coaching provides, my books on grieving, inner value, and then also I have another way to contact me. My phone number is 214-983-1811, And all you have to do is text goals. You'll get a response from me with a free gift. I mean, who doesn't like free?
Yes.
And then you'll have a way to contact me and begin a better life. If it's suitable, if it's a match, the opportunity to meet you to meet anybody would be an honor to be a part of that.
Fantastic. Anyone you'd like to give a special shout out to?
Oh, well, Jesus, of course. I literally would not be here without him. My wife. Hallelujah. I've read a lot of books on what it means to have a good, honorable wife, and she checks off everything. I mean, her hospitality, her kindness, the way she supports me, the way she's there for me whenever I'm just like, I don't think I'm supposed to be doing this, babe. I just need to go back to my job. And she's there to lift me up. And then the leaders in my life. I said this when I got my award. I said, but the people in my life that have influenced me, they brought value. They brought those small changes. And so they took me from a so-so individual to an outstanding leader because of what they did to me, what they did for me. And so that's who I'm very thankful for Jesus, my wife, and my mentors.
What a journey. Thank you so much for your time today, Tristan.
Thank you
for sharing your journey and just allowing us to celebrate you.
Thank you.
Hopefully, we'll see you again next year, maybe in
Absolutely.
Dubai or Las Vegas.
Yes, ma'am. I've already talked to them like, hey, have me come back. I'm ready to do this again. The more value I put out in the world, the better it gets.
Thank you so much for your
Thank you.
contributions to this world.
I
Such a
appreciate
joy,
that. Like,
Tristan.
yes, I was about to shake your hand. I was like, maybe I should wait.